on this edition of Giants Life.
See ya. How you doing? Good. How you doing? Great. Look good.
I'm very excited to be here, be on the East Coast.
Living in New York has been kind of a whirlwind.
It's a tough process. It's been long. It's something that I got to grind through. When I get to see improvement, though, that's good.
Our development team's done an excellent job creating a digital draft board.
It is pro day season along the path to the draft.
I mean, this is what an elite prospect should look like. He's very, very impressive when you watch him.
We're going through the process now of who may or may not be there, and we're pretty confident there will be a player there that we like.
We have Joe Schoen available. Please raise your hand if you have a question.
Now that you do have some money to go out and spend, how much of an impact do you think outside free agents can have on improving your team this offseason?
Yeah, certain positions I think are going to have a major impact depending where we go and the price point. We'll be fiscally responsible with the moves that we make, and again, I think we're going to do our research, and I think we got some players targeted that will make impacts if the contract structure is right. And again, if not, we have plan B, C, and D if we need to go there.
Brett, it is a blockbuster trade. The New York Giants acquiring star tight end Darren Waller in exchange for a third-round compensatory pick.
A stupendous maneuver, a terrific player in this spot.
It's a gigantic weapon.
He will give the NFC East all they can handle.
All right. See ya. How you doing? Good. How you doing? Great. Look good. Hey.
Oh.
What's up, man?
What's up, bro?
How's it going? Good to see you.
Nice to meet you.
What's up, man?
You all like that?
Good, man. Everything good?
Yes, sir. What you guys up to?
Hanging, man. Talking about you.
Hanging, yeah. See if we can find another guy like you out there somewhere.
Man, it's good to be here.
Hey, come on in. Yo! Congrats, man. I'm happy to work with you. Feeling good? Everything going good today?
Cool, man.
So take us through what this last 24 hours has been like for you.
It's been kind of crazy. Our general manager for the Raiders called me and said I was being traded, and a couple minutes after that, I got a FaceTime from Joe and Dave's, and they were super excited, which was cool to see. I'm very excited to be here, be on the East Coast. I've always known that this is, a flagship organization in the league, and just the overall culture of the building so far. Just being in here today is very refreshing, and I'm just excited to be a part of what's going on here. I can tell that these players feel empowered here to make plays when chances are presented to them, and that's all a player could want to be a part of.
Grateful to be here.
Yes, sir. I know who you are. I'm pleased to meet you.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. Everybody's telling me we're a big Giant fan.
Oh, I'm a huge Giant fan from day one. I grew up in Jamaica, Queens. So.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
It's my pop's team, I mean, he was over the moon, rightfully so. He's from New York, he's from Queens. Been a Giants fan his whole life. I've watched the Giants growing up. I've seen pretty much every nugget of Giants history, whether from NFL films or just sitting on the couch watching with him. So it's cool to be able to be here and have like full circle life moments like that.
It's unbelievable.
We're excited to have you.
Yes.
Hopefully you are too, yeah.
Constructing a winning roster on the field requires as much depth behind the scenes, and that's where Joe Schoen's team comes into play. Orchestrating a trade for Darren Waller starts on the scouting side, with the Giants' player personnel staff identifying potential targets through their close examination of the entire league.
I'm the director of pro scouting. That role essentially means everything to do with scouting players in the league falls on me and my department. So free agents, there's 600, 700 guys. It really starts during the season. You start evaluating those players, as they progress, and then into, the off season here, evaluating our players and then how these guys fit into what we want to do from a schematic standpoint, from a team building standpoint. Do they fit as players and people? Our pro staff has done an unbelievable job of really buying into the process and what we wanted to get done in terms of finding these players and grading them and evaluating them and then putting a vision on them. Again, how do they fit for the Giants?
We're pumped to get you, man. It was, those first few days we were right there and we were like, gotta go get them. So. Yeah.
The biggest thing for us was re-signing our own and then fill needs through free agency, which I felt it was a good start. I think year two is going to be bright. It's exciting for a lot of people in the building right now.
Jeez. So how we doing?
Yes, sir.
Thanks for your execution today. I felt to have you. Anything good?
Sir, good.
Welcome. Yeah, Jeff, how you doing, man? Yeah, good to see you.
Oh, y'all cutting up over here, man.
There you go. There you go.
Good to see you, brother. Nice shirt. How you doing?
Good, man. Good to hear.
Goes left for Campbell, and Campbell reaches out. Touchdown! Paris Campbell.
From what I heard, just family atmosphere, family environment. That's what means the most to me. You know, when you're in a place, cares about the players, obviously cares about winning, but wants to do it all together. Having guys be tight, close-knit group, that's what makes a team go.
Hey, there go your man from the coach.
Yeah, my boy Glove.
Yeah. Where the organization is at and where they're trying to go, I like that direction. I felt like I can be, you know, a part of the cause. You don't find a lot of people that really are in love with the physicality of what it takes to be a great D tackle. And I live for those double teams. I'm looking for those double shots every time. Maybe if you gotta come chip with a tight end, come on, bring it. Hey, let's go. Oh my goodness, I want to do it so bad. I can't sweat, but y'all get me on the media, you know.
How you doing, brother?
Good to see you. Quite good?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, great to meet you too. Yeah, man. Everything good?
Yeah.
I can't tell you the number of text messages I got just saying you got a good one.
Man, appreciate it.
Bobby. Link Martindale.
Coach Wigg, how we doing?
Welcome.
Great to meet you, sir.
I mean, this is a storied franchise. Excited to play with Wink. Excited to play with Coach Eggs. Aggressive style defense puts me in multiple positions. I can play the will, I can play the mic, I can cover, I can blitz.
Able to hold on, but going nowhere. Okereke again.
And excited to be a part of the great progress here.
All right, whenever you're ready. All right, whenever I'm ready, let's go.
What's happening now, Teak, is the New York Giants are having a kick-ass offseason.
So tell me what's going on with your hand since I saw you last.
Been able to get a little bit more movement in it. I think my ring fingers got a lot better as far as like movement.
Let me see the, okay, and open. All right, we'll dip in the wax, we'll get to work.
All right.
Yeah, go. So you can squeeze as hard as you can. Okay.
It's a tough process. It's been long. Had a couple surgeries. It's kind of one of those moments where, you know, it's something that I got to grind through. When I get to see improvement, though, that's good. That's always good.
Wow, much better, right?
Yeah.
So the first time we saw Xavier, it was right after your last surgery,
yeah.
And you still had pins in your ring finger.
Mm-hmm.
About 2 weeks in, the pins were removed, and we started with slow motion in the ring finger, continuing working on motion in the other fingers. 2-3 weeks ago was when we got the all clear. Bones were fully healed and strong, and we can kick it up a notch.
Yeah.
Nice. Pain?
Mm-mm. So this was about, I think, November. We were going into a bye week. I went to Cabo, Mexico. Maybe my second day in tour site ATV riding. Went up like a little hill, like small little hill. Made a right turn, it tilted over. I tried to, you know, brace myself, put my hand down, and the top of the bar just smashed three of my fingers. I was stuck in the seatbelt, I couldn't get out. You know, I didn't really notice it at first. You know, there were no other injuries. Really didn't even have any scratches. Looked at my hand, saw that it was messed up pretty bad. I had to deal with some good amount of pain for a couple days before I even got surgery, so that's how it went down. It took me a little minute to kind of realize, you know, what happened. It was traumatizing for me. The people that are close to me, my family especially, they knew what I was going through in that moment, so yeah, it was tough.
Xavier McKinney was also able to lean on support from his football family as he stayed with the team and remained engaged with the game plan on a weekly basis during his lengthy road to recovery in the second half of the season. Initially, he had no plans to be a spectator.
It's crazy because I think it was after I got surgery. I was talking to the doc, and mind you, I had pins in my hand, so my whole mindset was I'm gonna play that week. And I told Doc, I'm like, I'm gonna get on the field. If y'all can make something for me to, you know, wrap it up, then I can play.
McKinney ultimately made his return in Week 17 and rang in the new year with 7 tackles against the Colts to help clinch the team's first playoff berth since 2016. And once the postseason arrived, he elevated his game even more on the road in the Twin Cities.
4th and 8 from the Minnesota 48. Takes the snap. He's back to throw. He's under pressure. Got hit as he throws. Completes it to his right. But he's short of the first down as Hawkinson. He's wrapped up. What a play by the Giants.
Heck of a play.
Actually, when I grabbed him, you know, I was really fighting it because my left hand was the hand that I had really hooked him with. At that point, you know, my fingers, you know, inside the cast were I still had fractures in them, so I was pulling with all my might.
They threw it short to Hawkinson, and the Giants rallied to the ball, and Xavier McKinney makes the play of the ball game. Come on!
It was a full circle moment for me, just knowing, you know, what I had dealt with during the season, especially with the hand that, you know, that I broke. So it was a great experience. It was fun.
Okay, great. Trade you.
Obviously, we're going to be going back into the building. It'll be our first week back all with each other since the end of the season. Just excited to get back with the team and build off of, you know, what we built last year and what we've been building for a couple years now. So we're going to be, you know, ready to work and prepare. All right, thank you.
Day 1 of year 2. I feel good. I ain't gonna lie, vacation felt a little long. This is my first off season, so we'll see what this kind of routine entails, but you know, I'm ready to be back, I'm being honest. I was thinking about the draft the other day and just the fact that I'm here, about to start OTAs, and you know, now that next group of guys is going through it, I'm happy to be done. We had a great year last year, you know, just being that it was a new coaching staff, a new system, and I was new to the team, and you know, a few other rookies were new, and we got a lot of playing time. So I think now being able to come together before the draft and create that cohesiveness within the team, that's gonna be everything.
Kayvon Thibodeaux not only fully embraced Wink Martindale's scheme, but his new backyard as well. The California native adjusted to the opposite coast with ease as he made his presence felt across the New York sports landscape and learned there's never a dull moment in the Big Apple.
Living in New York has been kind of a whirlwind. You know, there's so much going on, there's always so much to do, but hopefully I'll be in New York for the next 10. I mean, I'm definitely gonna continue to embrace the city and embrace everything in it. I mean, when you look at the pressure of New York, it's definitely a dog-eat-dog world, but I mean, if you build for it, you know, you can make the best of it. You know, you have to be great, but I feel like that's why we play the sport. We're definitely gonna see, you know, what everybody has to bring to the table in the offseason. You know, during the season is one thing, but that offseason kind of mindset and that flow, building the chemistry, that's probably what's most important heading into the season.
He's back, baby. Live and direct.
What's up, y'all? What's the deal?
Welcome back in, man. Back to the basics, man.
Back in the building, yes, sir. Hey, you woke up this day, you winning. Remember that, huh? Sir.
Day. Have a great day, man.
Start of a new season.
We're all starting at ground zero. There is no other year than 2023. The past has nothing to do with it. This is my favorite time of the year. It really is, because you just really just go to work. The NFL offseason program is 3 phases long. So phase 1, we're entering right now. That's 2 weeks long. Phase 2 is 3 weeks long, and phase 3 is 4 weeks long. You know, everybody's working on individual improvement from a strength, speed, conditioning, mobility standpoint. Right now, we're just working on mobility, working on flexibility, teaching technique again. We have to really hone in on technique and just, you know, how can we do this exactly right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Walking 5, transition to a 10-yard sprint. Good job. Walking back with quad pull reach. Nice.
Right now in the weight room, we get them in there. We're telling the drills. They'll partner up, and they're rolling. And our job really is to coach technique and to make sure the weight is the right load, prepare the body. And so if we're doing that now, we're going to be really set up for success in phase 2 and 3, which will really help us be set for success in training camp and onward and onward. So really have to take care of business right now with each guy's development.
It is pro day season along the path to the draft.
I mean, this is what an elite prospect should look like. He's very, very impressive when you watch him.
Ain't nobody working harder than I am. Hey, ain't nobody working harder than I am. Yes, sir. Hey, you can't stop me because I'm feeling like the man. Ain't nobody working harder than I am. I had to practice, I did it in advance. If I did it once, I can do it all again. You can't stop me, I'm feeling like the man. Ain't nobody working harder than I am. I had to practice, I do it in advance. If I did it once, I can do it all again.
The best part of Pro Day, when you get to these campuses, finding out which guys are continuing on the path of making incremental gains. Catching the ball, whether it's a weight progression, whether it's little things that are the nuances that go into bettering their craft, finding out have they cleaned those things up, and also getting around the coaching staff. It's a more casual atmosphere where you can really see the maturation from the fall to now. Really, this is the culmination of the process before we get to our last April spring meetings.
Good coach.
All hands on deck approach that we do here with the Giants, I love it. One, it's a camaraderie process. Position coaches, coordinators, head coaches, along with all of our scouts, we get together and we're able to see guys through different lenses, different perspectives. You know, things that I may see that if I'm watching a wide receiver, Groh may see, or Kafka may see, or Davis may see, what are they doing live? Things that we want to see, things that may translate to our offense that they may not have been asked to do in their normal offense in college, and see how can we maximize them and make them the best version of themselves.
It's the way to work, it's the way to work. Catch them clean, right?
It also doesn't hurt when Giants position coaches run the drills and get a real up-close and personal glance.
I think it's always good when you get out and, stand next to these guys, be on the field with them, get a sense for, their demeanor on the field, but also you can feel their speed and power. Do your thing, babe. Let's go. Sell the go now, all right? Put your damn speed on tape. Sell the corner for 5 steps, okay? Or flag, or whatever you guys call it. So curl, 3 and a hitch, right, guys? Okay, everybody good on the route? Explode into the top now. Good rep. I think you got to get a feel for what a guy's going to be like, and how you're going to interact with them, how they learn, and how they're going to fit personality-wise. Do they got Giant DNA or not? Popular route in the NFL, both for slot and outside guys. Sell the go. The ball's going to get to you at the ball or a little bit past it. You ought to get past 2 white lines now. He's going to let you get your eyes back. 3 white lines we got to cross. So he's probably going to get you the ball right about over the ball. Good timing. Good job, Leah. Just like that, guys. Perfect. Obviously, the tape and how they are, in the games is the most important thing, but this is certainly an important evaluation tool. Good job, brother. Nice work, man. Appreciate you guys. For sure. All right. You guys are in shape. You've been working, man. Good day. Good day right there.
Upgrading the roster isn't the only offseason task for Big Blue. As much as the game has evolved, the same can be said for technology. So it's only appropriate that the room used to make key decisions keeps up with the high-tech advancements. It provides for a comfortable experience navigating the 3-day marathon.
The thoughts on changing the draft room and kind of revamping the way we did things in here was just, trying to evolve with technology and modernize the, the football operation that, the best we could. So it would be nice to not have to have somebody up there taking magnets off. Everything will be digitized. Our development team's done an excellent job creating a digital draft board, along with some other tools that we'll use not only just in meetings, but on draft night, from trade calculators, trade scenarios, whatever it may be, whatever may come up. With a touch of a button, we'll be able to bring some of that stuff up on the screens and quickly make decisions based off some of the developments that we made from a technology standpoint. We built it, and they developed the technology behind it that makes everything more efficient for us throughout the process.
The room as a whole is really a collection of technology and software. Trying to use this as a kind of a decision center where we're putting up as much information we can about players or teams, and really build tools that help Joe and our leadership group in the football operation make the best decisions for the Giants. One of the key features of this room is a lot of the control can be done from the head of the table where Joe's sitting. We can come in here, Joe can just kind of tap that button in here, and it's going to get the information on the front board that he wants to look at, and then the distribution of content, whether it be about a team or a player, all at the press of one button. So really a seamless process for him to be able to kind of manage a meeting from here. And then, you know, on draft night, it's going to be as simple as hitting our draft mode, which essentially gets the board up, puts ESPN and NFL Network up, and then all of our draft night monitors around the room. It happened fast. It really kind of took two tracks. One was kind of the physical infrastructure, so the facilities discussions and getting this room built out. But adjacent to that, we had to be considering how are we going to use this room and what was going to go on the screen. So it's been a collection of all of us, about 6 to 8 of us in total on the software side and data side that have really put some thought and brainstorming into how we're going to use this room on a regular basis. And then from a facilities standpoint, it was a very large group from the Giants, you know, from facilities and security and IT. We've been fortunate to see the process, you know, from years past in terms of how a draft night should operate. And we've done our best job to kind of put the pieces together on the software side to execute draft night and help Joe have the best stuff in front of him.
On the next episode of Giants Life, The Process.
The Giants have a first-round pick this year, lower than it's been since 2012.
Yeah.
What do they need more than anything else?
We're going through the process now of who may or may not be there, and we're pretty confident there will be a player there that we like.